Lions. Lions are often called the kings of the jungle, even though they don't live in jungles at all. Instead, they dominate the open savannas of Africa, resting like golden statues beneath the sun. Don't be fooled by their laziness. These cats are built for power. Male lions can weigh over 250 kilos, and their thick manes aren't just for show. They act as natural armor, protecting the neck during violent battles with rivals. Lions are the only truly social big cats, living in prides where females handle most of the hunting. Their teamwork is impressive, using coordinated ambushes and flanking tactics with near-military precision. A lion's roar can be heard up to 8 kilometers away, a thunderous warning to competitors. Tigers. Tigers, the largest cats on Earth. A male can stretch over 3 meters and weigh more than 300 kilos. That's basically a striped refrigerator with claws. Unlike lions, tigers hunt alone, and they do it with terrifying efficiency. Silent steps, explosive speed, and a bite strong enough to snap a buffalo's spine. Their stripes aren't just fashion, they're camouflage. Each tiger has a unique pattern, like a fingerprint. Except this fingerprint belongs to a predator that can drag a 500-kilo kill uphill using just its jaws. Imagine your fridge dragging you. But here's the irony. For all that raw power, tigers are shy. They avoid humans whenever possible, unless you annoy them. Then suddenly, you're on the menu. And sadly, this apex predator is losing ground. Habitat destruction and poaching have pushed them to the brink. In some areas, only a few hundred remain. Still, when you lock eyes with a tiger, you understand why ancient cultures worship them as gods of power. But the tiger isn't the only predator with a jaw that can crush bones. In North America, there's a beast that combines power with intelligence. Bears. Bears, nature's bulldozers with brains. These massive animals aren't just strong, they're smart. A grizzly bear can weigh up to 360 kilos of pure muscle and fat. Their claws, some stretch up to 10 centimeters long, can rip through tree bark, dig through frozen ground, and tear apart prey like paper. But here's what makes bears terrifying. They're omnivores with options. They'll eat berries, fish, deer, or your camping supplies. They don't care. A bear's sense of smell is 7 times better than a bloodhound's. They can detect food from 30 kilometers away. You're sealed cooler, not as bear-proof as you think. And despite weighing as much as 3 grown men, bears can run at 55 kilometers per hour. That's faster than Usain Bolt. So if you see one, don't run. You'll just die tired. Plus, bears are surprisingly good swimmers and climbers. Basically, there's no escape route they can't follow. The scary part, bears have incredible memory. They remember food sources, locations, even people who've wronged them. Cross a bear once, it might hold a grudge for years. But despite their power, many bear species face habitat loss and climate change. Still, when a bear stands on its hind legs and towers over you, evolution suddenly makes perfect sense. Speaking of evolution, let's talk about an animal that's basically a living tank. Elephants. Elephants, the giants that never forget, and they weigh up to 6,000 kilos. That's the weight of 4 cars combined. Their trunks alone contain 40,000 muscles. For comparison, the entire human body has only 600 muscles. This trunk can lift 270 kilos, yet it's precise enough to pick up a single blade of grass. But elephants aren't just strong, they're emotional. They mourn their dead, recognize themselves in mirrors, and form bonds that last decades. Herds are led by matriarchs, wise old females who remember every watering hole, every migration route, every threat. That memory, it's not a myth. Elephants really do remember. Their tusks are actually elongated teeth made of ivory, and that's exactly why they're in danger. poaching for ivory has devastated populations across Africa and Asia. In some regions, elephants are born without tusks now, a tragic evolutionary response to human greed. Still, elephants reshape entire ecosystems. They knock down trees, creating grasslands for other animals. They dig water holes that become lifelines during droughts. Remove elephants, and the whole environment collapses. But there's another giant that rules a completely different world, the ocean. Whales. Whales, the ocean's true giants. The blue whale is the largest animal ever to exist on Earth, bigger than any dinosaur. They can reach 30 meters long and weigh 200,000 kilos. Their hearts alone are the size of a small car, and their blood vessels are so wide a human could swim through them. Theoretically, please don't try, but size isn't their only weapon. Whales communicate through songs that travel thousands of kilometers underwater. These songs are complex, evolving, almost like underwater symphonies. Scientists still don't fully understand what all of it means. Basically, whales have been running an encrypted global network long before humans invented the internet, and they're smart. Orcas, also called killer whales, hunt in packs with strategies that rival wolves. They beach themselves intentionally to catch seals, then wriggle back into the water. They flip sharks upside down to paralyze them. Basically, orcas are the ocean's criminal masterminds. Sadly, whales face massive threats. Ship strikes, entanglement in fishing nets, ocean pollution, and noise pollution disrupt their communication. But conservation efforts are working. Some whale populations are slowly recovering. Still, when a whale breaches, launching its massive body out of the water, you realize how small humans really are. But if whales rule the ocean, what rules the skies? Enter the apex predator of the air. Eagles. Eagles, the undisputed rulers of the sky. These birds of prey have vision 8 times sharper than humans. They can spot a rabbit from 3 kilometers away. Their talons grip with 400 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's strong enough to crush a human skull. Good thing they prefer fish and small mammals. The golden eagle, one of the most powerful, can dive at speeds over 240 kilometers per hour. Imagine a feathered missile with knives for feet. They've been recorded taking down deer, goats, even wolves. A bird killing a wolf. Let that sink in. Eagles mate for life, building massive nests that can weigh over 900 kilos and be used for decades. These aren't just nests, they're fortresses passed down through generations. And eagles are fiercely territorial. Cross into their zone, they'll attack without hesitation. Historically, eagles symbolized power in almost every culture. Rome, America, Germany, countless nations chose eagles as their emblem. Because when you want to represent strength, you don't pick a pigeon. But while eagles dominate the sky, there's a creature that dominates through sheer prehistoric terror. Crocodiles. Crocodiles, living dinosaurs with a bad attitude. These reptiles have existed for over 200 million years. They survived the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. That alone tells you how tough they are. A saltwater crocodile can grow over 6 meters long and weigh more than 1,000 kilos. That's a school bus with teeth. And those teeth, they have the strongest bite force of any animal alive today, over 3,700 pounds per square inch. For comparison, a lion's bite is around 650. Crocodiles don't chew. They clamp down and perform a death roll, spinning violently to tear flesh apart. It's brutal, efficient, and absolutely terrifying. But here's the creepy part. Crocodiles are patient. They can wait motionless for hours, sometimes days, submerged with just their eyes and nostrils above water. You think it's a log, until it's not, and when they strike, it's explosive. 0 to deadly in less than a second. Crocodiles also have incredible immune systems. They live in bacteria-filled swamps and rarely get infections. Scientists are studying their blood for potential antibiotics. Basically, these ancient killers might help cure human diseases. The irony is delicious. Despite their fearsome reputation, crocodiles are devoted parents. Mothers guard their nests aggressively and gently carry hatchlings in their mouths to water. But don't let that soften your view. This is still an apex predator that's been perfecting murder for millions of years. And finally, let's talk about an animal that combines cuteness with savage efficiency. Wolverines. Wolverines, the most aggressive animal pound for pound. Don't let the size fool you. Wolverines weigh only 10 to 25 kilos, but they punch way above their weight class. They've been recorded fighting off wolves, chasing away bears, and stealing kills from cougars. This animal has zero chill. Their jaws are so strong they can crunch through frozen meat and bone like it's candy. Their claws are semi-retractable, perfect for climbing and killing. And they have thick, oily fur that repels water and frost, making them perfectly built for Arctic survival. Wolverines are solitary, territorial, and relentless. They roam territories spanning up to 600 square kilometers, marking everything with their scent. Cross a wolverine, and it will hunt you across mountains just on principle. Scientists describe them as having disproportionate ferocity. That's academic speak for this thing is crazy. But despite their toughness, wolverines are rare. Climate change is shrinking their snowy habitats. Fewer than 300 remain in the lower United States. Still, in native legends, the wolverine represents courage and tenacity, because nothing says bravery like a 15-kilo furball that tells grizzly bears to back off.